Welcome to An Open Book with Harry Pacheco, where our guests choose to be an open book, sharing real impactful stories that are making a difference. Welcome to the show. Welcome to another episode of Open Book. We have a special guest today. She's from Tennessee. Her name is Jennifer Grafton, but everybody knows her as Jen.
Yes.
So Jen, tell everybody about yourself and what you do. But we want to get a backstory, where you grew up.
Okay, I grew up in East Tennessee in Oak Ridge. I was there 20 years. My parents worked for the weapons plant for K-25 and Y-12. That was where they built the bombs for Hiroshima.
Wow.
My grandmother actually worked there. They took them out of high school.
Yeah.
And she thought she was making toasters, and she was working on the bomb.
Was it like an assembly plant?
It was assembly. Okay. They brought women in because they could do the dials. Women's fingers were smaller, could do the dials.
Yeah.
So they brought all the women in to do that. So That's where I grew up. I am a personal trainer, and I train virtually and in person. Mm-hmm. And I also do a lot of social media for education to reach more people through social media.
So let's go back a little bit. So That's where you're from. That's what your mom did. Tell us about Jen growing up, high school.
Yeah,
how you were. Were you an athlete?
I was. I played Little League basketball.
Okay.
And tried to keep up with my dad. So I was a big daddy's girl. So wherever he was, I was.
And your dad was really good on fitness as well.
Yeah, he would come in from midnights working at the plant, and then lift every morning when I would see him lift. So he had a gym in the house. And then when I turned 13, I started lifting with him, and he would keep charts on the walls of all our lifting, and he taught me how to.
Do you have any siblings?
I have a younger sister.
Okay, did she lift as well?
No.
Okay, so your daddy's little girl.
She's a book. She was a reader. She liked to read, so that's who she is. But I was an outside girl, jump rope in the truck, going.
So was it safe to say that you caught the bug early?
Oh, fitness? I did. Yeah, I think I needed to be active. Like Mom said, she saw me work all day to learn how to jump rope. I stayed outside all day when I was like 5 to learn how to jump rope. So that's who I am.
Okay. So, so what were you like in high school?
I cheered in high school. So I quit playing basketball in middle school because I played against Jennifer Azey that went to Stanford. She also played professional.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And so the last thing I remember was her throwing the ball off of me. Like as she fell out of bounds, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not a basketball player. That's not for me." So I know. So I cheered, but it's good. A professional took me out of basketball, so
that's pretty cool.
You know. So, but I cheered in high school, so I was always active. And then I got married pretty young, so I was 20 years old when I got married, and got pregnant immediately, gained 20 pounds. And
which is normal for all you pregnant.
Yeah, but we ate. It wasn't a good 20 pounds. It was chips and cheese dip, and it was bad. Yeah, it was bad food. Yeah, and so
like Hostess cakes.
Yeah, I really didn't know how to eat. So I grew up on Slim Fast, Lean Cuisines, Weight Watchers. Yeah, even just all silly ways to lose weight. So like that are not sustainable.
Yeah, absolutely. So we talked about high school. You got married early, and you're raising kids and things of that nature. Were you keeping up with fitness at that time? I
did. I had like a bench at home, and then there was like a Lifeline gym that you could hang over the door, and it had lat pulls and stuff that you could do with it. So I did things at home to keep up, to keep up my fitness when the kids would sleep.
Obviously, being a parent at home is a huge job within itself. I see my wife do it all the time, and it's very hard. It's very time consuming. I think in some ways it's more than a job because you're doing so much at home. When and what age were you like, hey, I'm going to probably end up getting my certifications and doing this after we have empty nesters?
Well, when Emma's my youngest, and so when she started kindergarten, I went into the school and was an EA,
Okay.
and so I stayed with them until she got into fourth grade, and that's when I got my A certification first, which was super hard.
Were you eating right at the time? Or were you still
Yeah,
eating?
I was eating,
Still eating the
not
lean
as good,
cuisines, yeah.
but I was doing better and trying to learn. So when I turned 32, that's when I started really trying to figure out the right way to
Yeah.
eat. I actually, after Emma was born, and we found all of our education for health through Shape magazine.
Yeah.
And it's all trendy stuff.
Yeah.
And so after I had Emma, I went fat free. That was the trend, the diet trend.
Yeah.
And so I got down so low that a doctor said I had an eating disorder. You could feel my lymph nodes, but I was just like serious. Whatever I do it all the way, and
Yeah.
that's what Shape magazine said to do. And so after he told me I had an eating disorder, I cried. I left the office crying, and that's
Yeah.
when I started trying to figure out like what is the best way to eat, to anti-age and to
Yeah.
feel good and look good.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we talked about how you got your certs when your kids Emma was in fourth grade.
Fourth grade, yeah.
When were you started to practice that?
I went ahead. So I started working at World Gym in Smyrna at the time, and I taught aerobics classes.
Okay.
A lot of aerobics classes, and then started to learn from the trainers how to train.
Okay.
So you don't really learn through a certification how to train clients. That's like a hands-on thing. You learn, you learn the muscles and everything, but not how to work with a client.
Okay, so this is an introduction, and you're getting into it now, and you're working at the gym. When did you think that, hey, I'm getting better at this, getting good. I want to be able to run my own gym. When did that happen?
It didn't. I got offered a job at a studio in Nashville in Berry Hill, and so I was there for 4 years, and it was super hands-on. There were like 5 of us, 5 trainers in a very small space, so you really couldn't plan ahead on what you were going to do with the client. We had to work, and you didn't know what was going on with the client when they got there either, so you don't ever know. And so I never plan ahead, and we had to work around each other. Like if somebody was on the Smith machine, I had to find a different direction. That I couldn't be like, that's the machine I'm doing today. You had to really be open-minded, which really teaches you just how to be on the spot, ready, for whatever's going on. I had a client that came in that had broken both her wrists, and I still have her with me 17 years later. She's
is that your 17?
super good? Yeah. But she had danced, fell, her son fell on her and broke both of her wrists. And so she came in and was like, what can we do? And I was like, legs and abs, like, let's do it. And so you're just prepared for whatever comes in, whatever, is going on with them.
Yeah.
To move, their back might be hurting or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you just work around that.
So it's safe to say there's a lot of adjustment that needs to happen.
You have to be ready to be a good trainer. I think you have to be really, really ready. And you have to love people. You can't do this just because you like to work out. It's not about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe, do you believe as a trainer, it goes inside how your mind works as well, and being strong-minded while having your fitness?
Yeah, I really do. You mean as being the trainer?
Or no, just teaching your clients, like, you're going to have to be disciplined in doing this.
It's a little frustrating. That's that's the hardest part, I think, of my job, is just trying to get across like how you're going to feel if you change your food. People have a really hard time like making the right decisions on foods. And so that part is really, really hard to get them to change that. And when they do, it's amazing. But then they will do really well. I had a client that he's lost that 100 pounds 3 times.
Yeah.
And so, but now he's on track, so he's doing great. But we did. I'm like, all right, here we go. Let's get that weight back off again.
Yeah.
But then they go back to eating the way they did.
1,000%. I'm with you. Have a story.
Okay.
So my wife was pregnant. Our child's about 4 months now.
Okay.
So she was pregnant for obviously 9 months before that. But before that, I was really in shape, like really in shape. Like I love fitness. But what the struggle was when she was craving certain things, they weren't the best foods.
Yeah.
She would crave at the weirdest hours too, and it wasn't the best times to eat.
Yeah.
So if she's craving Taco Bell at 12 o'clock at midnight and telling me to go get her some, being the good husband that I am, I'm going
that
to
too.
go get her the Taco Bell.
Yeah.
But from me waking up at 12 o'clock at night, it's very, very, it's hard to resist not getting myself something.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm waking up that early and saying, like, I don't have the discipline to go. I'll just get her a one of those boxes, those gift box, or it's like a taco box, and not get one for myself.
Yeah.
And so that was bad eating habits for about 9 months. So I'm getting back into working out again. Feeling good about myself, but there is that struggle of discipline because of what she cooks at home.
Yeah.
Because she could eat anything and still look good. She was blessed with, and I want to say, what is that? What are you blessed with that goes fast? And
Your metabolism
her metabolism
is
a million
high. Yeah.
miles an hour.
That's good.
Mine is slower than molasses. But growing up, because I used to bodybuild too when I was growing up in my 20s, one of my trainers told me, "You're so blessed because you could gain weight hecka fast."
Yeah.
Like fast. Some people have to take weight gainers to do it.
That they're so thin. Yeah, to put muscle on.
So he said, but he said it could be your downfall too.
Yeah.
Because I could lose weight hecka fast too.
Yeah. Men do better, especially if they carry a lot of muscle.
Right. And he says, if I just cut one thing out, just say soda or whatever.
Yes.
I'll lose like 40 pounds, 30 pounds easy. If I just cut not eating past 6, I'll lose weight so fast.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of doing it. But anyways, so I do know the struggle with the discipline part of it and how hard it is for you to maintain clients like that.
Yeah.
Tell us about your new venture, not working at the gym, but deciding to do what you're doing at home.
Yeah, so I went out on my own in 2010, left the studio, and I drove to my client. So I drove about 1,000 miles a week and took all my weights, had my weights in the truck, took them into the house. The clients loved that.
Yeah.
It was really hard on me because I was like 30 minutes in between each client. I really couldn't build more clientele, and it's really dangerous on the interstate here. And so I lived in Murfreesboro, training all around Nashville, North Nashville, so it was a lot of driving.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit, and so I ended up in Murfreesboro, and my mom had gotten me a Facebook portal, which is through Facebook, and it has a camera with it, so you can talk with family and friends.
Very cool.
But it actually helped me do my job, and so my clients can use their phone, their laptop, or their iPad. To train. I had several clients who went ahead and bought that Facebook portal. They don't offer that anymore. But they can train. And then I have a big screen TV that I can train them all day on.
So do you think that was a little push to go in that direction because of COVID and everybody was
definitely
at home?
No gyms were open. So you couldn't go into gyms. And nobody really wanted me in their house. you know, because you just didn't know and everybody was afraid.
Right.
And so it was.
And it's hard to work out with a mask.
Yeah. No one's doing that.
No one's suffocating themselves to
No.
work out. So tell us how that became huge for you. That little generally push to be virtual, but you do offer personal.
Yeah, I do offer in person.
Where do you
also.
think most of your clients are?
Since I was training people in Nashville, it probably more there. But now, since I started doing the videos and people know what I do in Murfreesboro, I've probably gotten 20 new clients since I started in the last year. Since I started doing videos and the education on Facebook, and trying to learn, how to do the editing and all the stuff.
I feel like this is your passion.
Oh, what do you mean?
Working, helping people.
Oh my goodness, it is. That's all I want. It's my passion for sure. I mean, that's really, people ask what I do for fun, and I'm like, ugh, just this.
Tell us a story that we could be excited about as far as a journey of somebody that's triumphant journey from them almost having alien effects and you changing their lives.
Well, I have a client that I've had for a long, long time, probably 6 or 7 years. And he was drinking a lot, would miss a lot of workouts. And he decided to do the GLP shots, the Ozempic, and which I'm really nervous about Ozempic because you're not eating. And if you're going to lose bone and muscle if you're not working out. So a lot of people are doing it without putting exercise with it, which is really important. Yeah. Well, he did. It disciplined him up. It lessened his drinking. And he's on his workout every day, like working out himself every day. When he travels, we work out. He goes to the gym, went to Wisconsin and we worked out when he was in the gym there in his hotel. Yeah. Which is fun. When my clients travel, I train them when they're like at their beach house or wherever.
How many are currently on your roster?
I have, I think I have like 38 clients right now.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, keeping up with them and making sure they're getting in is my hard part. But since,
now, this comes with nutrition.
Oh yeah,
and then
definitely.
This daily routine.
Yeah.
And then virtual, right?
Yeah, I give them what I want them to do on their own also, and doing cardio every day also, and I'm available for them to call me. But the client that started 6 months right now, he sent me this morning, he's 39.2 pounds down.
Wow.
So normally, even when you just do Ozempic, you might not lose that much weight. But he has really gotten so strict, but it's curbed his appetite of things that, weren't good for him in the first place. So
could I ask you a question? Now we talked about your clients. We talked about if I were a client, and this is just a sample, and I came up to you and I said, "Hey, Jen, I really want you to be my trainer. What is your first steps? What do you do?"
I ask goals, and if you have any health issues is a big one. So to figure out how to work around those. Okay. Those, because I'm big about form, not having injuries.
What are the packages that you give?
I do half-hour sessions and I do full-hour sessions.
Okay.
And then you can use those, and I sell those in a pack of 10. And then you can use those however you want to. I have people who do 3 days a week. I have people who do 1 day a week. And they get benefits out of it no matter what, as long as they're doing what I say. So like the cardio, I want 30 minutes every day. Yeah. And then if you're doing 1 day a week, I do a full body workout that you can do 2 more times that week. Yeah. And then we'll change it next week. Okay. So, and I work out with most of my clients.
Is that a package for the whole week? Like say the 38, it's hard to break down for a whole week. And then is it half an hour? So you're a busy person because I'm doing the math and.
Yeah, I'll do 7 to 8 a day. So, and I start at 6, so I get up at like 3. So I work out like 5 to 6 hours at least a day with my clients. Okay. And I'm 56. Wow. And so I see a lot of people my age who are and not in great health, you know, and
Yeah.
that's what I started at 32, was to learn how to eat, learn how to anti-age, learn how to feel good as I get older, because I believe you're preparing now for what you'll be in 20 years. So I'm preparing now for how strong I'll be at 76.
Yeah. And that's awesome. I didn't. Would you have guessed she was 56 track?
Not with a woman.
My mom always said 10 years younger. Go
You
10
just
years
say
younger.
it.
And
Yeah.
she said, don't talk about politics and religion. And then then you try to guess someone's age, always go 10 years younger. It got me this far.
Yeah, it worked. Yeah, you're still alive.
Okay, so what's the general goal for you now? Since you have 38 clients virtually, what do you want people to know in Murfreesboro? What you offer?
Yeah, I mean, like if they're interested and they are disciplined and they want a healthier life and not be at a doctor's office all the time, like no matter where you are, like teenagers, I can work with teenagers and I can work with seniors, so you can always get stronger.
Absolutely.
So that's what I want you to know. You can always feel better. You can always get stronger, and you know, and there's until you're dead.
I obviously have to do research about you. It's not like I want to say, it's not like I was just looking at your page, but of course I have to know who you are. And I checked out some of your videos, and you do a lot of calisthenics, but you do weights as well.
Yeah, I do functional. I want it to work in your real life. So I don't, you know, a lot of people lift and then they wait a minute.
Yeah.
And then they chest press and then they wait a minute.
Yeah.
You know, wait a minute to build your muscle, you know, to get your muscle back or your energy back in your muscle. So I like to work full body, abs,
constantly
legs,
moving.
all the time. Yeah.
Doing something else, say like you're resting on chest, you're doing shoulders. If
Yeah, so
resting
you're
on
doing
shoulders,
abs, your legs.
You're doing squats.
Yeah.
If you're done doing squats, you're doing something else.
Yeah, I want you to just be able to
Keep on
go
moving.
up steps,
Yeah.
like get out of the car,
Yeah.
you know, step up on a curb that's high,
Yeah.
you know, like basic
Yeah.
life stuff that really, if you're not working it, you're really going to lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, there are people my age that can't, you know, like have a hard time getting out of the car, have a
Absolutely.
hard time getting up off the ground.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
And it's because, in some cases, it's because the cold. If you're like warmer climates, it's easier to get around.
They move.
That's why a lot
more.
of people retire in Florida. A lot of people retire to Palm Springs.
Yeah,
Things
sunshine.
things of that nature.
Yeah.
A lot of retirement homes there. But you're teaching people when it's in cold weather, they still could withstand that.
Yeah, and it's good for their mood too. Think about it right now with the sun going, you know, down early, and people are start having really mood issues, depression issues from not having enough sun, and that exercise will help
Absolutely.
with that a lot.
Because they sell those lights, those artificial sunlights.
Yeah, I heard this week, I heard a doctor say to get outside and to exercise
Yeah. That's
is
pretty
even
cool.
better. Is better than the lights, he said.
And you're caught up with all your certifications.
Yes,
What is your certifications again?
I'm ACE certified.
Okay, can you explain that to people that don't know what that is?
It's American Council on Exercise.
Oh, okay.
And so it's a certification that you really, I mean, I took that in 2004.
Yeah.
And so, and that was before I went back to school. And so when I graduated high school, I really didn't know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I thought I wanted, all the things said I needed to be an elementary school teacher. And so I did go into elementary ed, and it was like not what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so I had children, and then I started. So when Emma, you know, around third grade, I was like, I want to do something else besides work in the clinic at the elementary school. It was pretty awful.
Yeah.
And so I checked out all the tests and, what was the best way to get certified. And that was the way I was going to get started.
Yeah.
And so I did the A certification. It was super hard.
Yeah.
Like super in depth.
Is it like state?
You don't have to be certified through the state.
Okay.
Through personal training. So there may be a lot of people who
Was
are
it
not
through virtual, or did you have to go to a spot?
I ordered the book and all the study stuff, and then I went to Atlanta to take the test.
Sounds like real estate.
Yeah, it's harder than that, I believe. And so then when I went to MTSU, it was a breeze, except anatomy, A&P was really hard because it was it was taught for nurses. So I was in class with all nursing students. And so but MTSU was so much easier after taking that A certification. It had all the information in that certification.
How do you filter? I know that you obviously are in this space where you work out virtually and things of that nature, right? And a lot of clients, they see your reels or they see your videos and they want to be able to work out with you. Is it hard to filter the people that are just wanting to talk to you because you're obviously a pretty face and you're working out on a video and they're like, hey, can I work out with you too? Is it hard for you to filter through that madness?
I've had to learn at first. I'm a little naive, maybe. And
or you're just a nice person.
Yeah, and so I've had to really be upfront with people. This is what I do. I'm very serious about what I do.
Yeah,
and
I'm a professional. This is not.
Don't waste my time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I have had. I really can tell when people call, or they want to talk and they are ready to get started. Like right now, you can really tell.
We can tell the difference. What would you say your clientele is? Mostly
female.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, mostly female.
That's great. So that means that in some ways that is great that you're doing that. And you're helping a lot of people.
Yeah, and they're all ages. I have, young 30s.
You have like lawyers, all type of.
I have a little bit of everything, music industry, everything. Yep. And then, and I have a 70-year-old that I've had for 15 years that just went through breast cancer. So that was my first client that I've gone through that with, and so that was, the doctor said go home and get strong.
Yeah.
And people tend to go home and sit on the couch, and that is not how you get strong. Yeah. So I've gone through her with all the chemo and the radiation and everything, and worried about her weakness, and that's virtually training her, which is a little scary when they're weak.
Yeah.
So, but we've got, and then emotional, all the things, and so when I train. And I've had clients for a long time. I know family situations. I know children's situations. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of counseling involved in that. And I'm more a positive. Like I try to bring the positive in on whatever situation is going on and be supportive of my clients too.
You know what I appreciate is when I go to a doctor, especially when you transition to another doctor. And so they give you this list of like, how do you feel? Or does this feel like this? Do you do same questionnaires like that? I feel like you do that with the clients when you meet them.
I ask a lot of questions. So I do a phone call and I have a book that I keep all the things in. So I want to hear what you're eating right now.
Yeah.
What surgeries have you had? Yeah. What hurts on you?
You have asthma.
Yeah, definitely need to know all that stuff.
You have cholesterol.
Do I have a labrum that's torn, so you have to work around that. I have, a metal in my back, some.
So we're not doing a lot of back exercises.
Yeah. So we work around it and they're pretty amazed at what they can do, and how you feel better. A lot of people come to me with knees that hurt. And then in, 3 months, their knees don't hurt anymore. Their knees are strong because it was all based on quads, hamstrings that are supporting that knee. So
in some ways you're kind of like conforming to the things that they need.
Yeah,
versus,
each client is different. Yeah. So I have clients that love like booty bands. We do a lot of booty bands. And then that hurts the knees on some of my clients, so we totally change, I totally work around whatever it
Element.
is, that they've got going on. And it changes as my clients age.
Yeah.
Everything changes. So
I think that's awesome.
yeah, it's the best job, really, really. It's amazing.
Yeah. Is there anything coming up for you that you're changing as far as your business goes?
No, maybe in a year or two, I would love maybe to have a storefront.
Okay.
So thinking about that because I'm getting older.
Yeah.
And so also I would love to train trainers.
Yeah.
To do what I do.
Do you have any merch coming out as far as like things that, could potentially brand you as Jen?
Yeah, I haven't.
Like work out with Jen.
Yeah, I did T-shirts there for a little bit, but it was like, taking up like time and I had to push it and stuff. So, but not yet.
Yeah. I believe there's a package there that could happen, right? You get the whatever package you're offering, come with the shirt.
Comes with it.
The workout shirt.
Yeah.
And then you use your workout shirt. They use their workout shirt. And that's the vibe.
Yeah.
So every time you work out with me on video, you have that shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Right. And it could be a tell-all sign for who they are. So when you get that questionnaire, what they like, right? Could be one of them is like, oh, okay, what's your favorite color or something like that.
Yeah.
You could make that shirt that color.
For them, yeah.
Or you like floral, make that shirt floral.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And getting a little bit of who they are, so it ups it a little bit.
Yeah.
For them. And it's more personal for them.
Yeah.
I don't know. These are just ideas.
Yeah.
This is not the Shark Tank. I'm so happy that you're here. So is there anything you want to close out with? Because we're going to do our questions, and then we're going to close out. Is there something that... Oh, thank you. Is there something you want to close out with? Far as what your potential clients could hear and your current clients could hear from you?
All I want for them is health and happiness and longevity, as we age, and for them just to be the best and feel the best that they can feel like as they age. So that's the most important thing to me.
Very cool. So we like to do here on Open Book with Harry Pacheco. Sorry. Is ask you a few questions.
Okay.
So I want to ask you, who are the 4 things, or what are the 4 things that you're grateful for?
My children, so Chad and Emma.
Chad and Emma. Okay.
And then I have an English bulldog, Savvy, that I'm very thankful for her. And then I have a boyfriend, Brad. I'm very thankful for him. I have a lot more to be thankful for.
Is Brad into the fitness too?
Yeah, no, but he pushes me hard to be better. So when I started doing the videos, I hated it on Facebook. It's like I have to feel really good about myself to do it. Yeah. Like in the beginning, I was like, come on.
Yeah.
And so he would say, did you do a video today? And I was like, no. He's like, go do a video. So he's the one that has really pushed me to be better and do better and have more confidence in myself to do this.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Shouts out to Brad.
Definitely.
That's 3.
Kids. I'm thankful for my clients for sure.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of people, and a bunch of people over my life of 21 years training that have been in my life. So yeah, very thankful because they lift me up too and make me strong.
Okay. So this is the second question and the last question. Is there an organization or a mentor you want to lift up right now that is doing amazing things and that is spreading the positive?
A mentor.
Yep. Or a mentor or a organization.
I don't have an organization, but I would say that my clients are amazing and build me up, and like they've really taught me, I've taught them, but they've taught me a lot.
There's a lot of growth.
I've got a lot of older clients that I have learned a lot from, like, over my lifetime. So, yeah.
It brings me to another thing, and I'll end it with this. You triggered me by saying that your clients made you grow, or in some ways are giving you some type of rejuvenation, right, with your life, just by being your clients and seeing them kind of change. When I was about 17 years old, I used to work at a studio. I used to write music, and I used to be an artist myself. We had a hit song that played on the radio. It's a very, very famous song. It was me and two other guys that were members of this group, but I was the main member. They used to go to clubs every time we would have to perform, and some people would go to clubs. That was their thing, and it's being 17, 18, I think it's 18 because they were going to clubs. That wasn't my thing. What I did was across from the studio, and I remember it vividly, was a senior retirement home that they needed a DJ on Friday nights.
Yeah.
And at 18, I decided I want to volunteer and do that.
Yeah.
Just one night.
Yeah.
I committed to one night while they were going clubs, because at the time I too had a wife, or not at the time a girlfriend, but she was pregnant with our first child. And I ended up marrying her. She was my high school sweetheart. Anyways, I knew that I wasn't going to no club and doing all those things.
Yeah.
But I still wanted to do something that had to do with music that was going to change me as a person and have growth.
Yeah.
So I go to this senior home, and I'm playing the songs that they need to for bingo, calling out numbers, playing music, and calling out numbers. And there's a time where you yell at the numbers and you get to talking to each individual. And I'm the only person there, and bingo's over, and you're talking to these people, getting to know them. You find out that Carol was a pilot for the World War II war. You find out Bob was a machinist, the very first machinist that ever, that did the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
Or you find out Matt was a Pac Bell. He was the first person to do the co-locations for Pac Bell for the whole Bay Area.
Yeah.
But no one would know that by looking at them. So they are rich in who they are as people.
Yeah.
And they enriched me with their stories and life and how they were. But I wouldn't have known that. You would have just known as these people, as somebody, these moms or dads or grandfather or grandmothers were in here, and we had no idea what their backstory was.
Yeah.
And how enriched their lives were at one point or another. And it was the greatest thing for me. And I believe it does the same thing with your clients.
Yeah, it is.
There's something involved with human interaction, and human interaction is a rejuvenation of ourselves as people.
Definitely.
It uplifts us in a way where nothing else could ever do, because of the changes you make into somebody, or the things that they say to you that develop those changes in yourself because you don't want to do those things, or you're inspired by their stories and want to be able to be as successful as them.
Yeah.
And so that triggered me for that story.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I want to thank you for that. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Such a blessing. It is Jen Grafton.
Grafton.
Don't forget this. If you need health to where you want it to be,
Yeah.
you need a friend to talk about.
Yeah.
Most of all, is it a friend?
Yeah, it is. It's,
a partner.
If you need
friend.
to rant, I am your girl. Like I'm a listener, and I am a positive encourager.
And do you do in person as well?
I do in person. Yes.
Okay. And obviously, we're gonna put all your information out there of how to reach you.
Okay.
And then your tags.
Okay.
Your Facebook.
Yeah.
And your other things that you have.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
It was such a blessing to have you.
Thank you.
Here talking with us and opening up who you are and where you came from. Thank you. So this is another episode of Open Book with Harry Pacheco. Thank you for listening to another episode of Open Book with Harry Pacheco. Be sure to like, share, follow, subscribe, and leave us a 5-star review. We'll see you on the next one.